Welcome everyone to another live workout. It's been a little while, just got home from another trip and we're going into a back day. Gonna start out with deadlifts. I'm doing 135 for 20 reps. This is a warm-up weight, so around half of what you're gonna be doing. There's the idea here. So if you're following along, you can do the same thing I am or do what makes sense for you. But the big thing here is you wanna have good form so that you don't get hurt. Because deadlifts is something you can easily get hurt if you do it incorrectly. I think I'm all the way in view here. Scoot this back just a bit until we get through with the deadlifts. I set this up here so I can make sure my feet are straight with this line here because I have a tendency to not be completely straight. I want everything to be symmetrical and even. Feels good. 20 reps, takes a while when you do it slowly and controlled, but that's the whole point here is time under tension, working the muscles. I mean, with this set, not as much because it's a warm-up set, but the idea is warming up the muscles and working into it, so it's good to take your time. Really get in the groove, make sure everything's loosened up. If you've been watching my other workout videos, you know, on the deadlifts, I think last time I did like, what was it? 135 and 225 for 15, and then up to 290. I think I got 12 when I did that. But as I've been playing back the videos and watching, I noticed I was getting, like I find my form getting the weight up, but I get it up and then just drop it, not let go and drop it, just fall down fast to the ground. And I really want to focus on controlling the weight the whole time. As you notice, I was letting it down slower, and I want to try to keep that tempo through all the lifts, all the way up. So I'm dropping it down today. I dropped it down about a month ago. I started doing this. So, doing 185 here, and I'm going to go to 245, which is 45 pounds less than that max I was doing before. But I really want to focus on controlling the descent of the weight. Really get it up, pause for a second, and let it down slower. And I got critiqued by some people on Instagram and people who've been deadlifting longer, said that my grip looked pretty narrow. What I was doing, I was getting down really low and then kind of lifting my butt, then lifting up. So I'm getting a wider grip, so I can't really I'm already in position instead of like this. I was tucking my butt in and going here, so now I'm grabbing wider so I can keep everything straight and not lift my butt or do anything weird like that. So trying to make sure to take critiques, improve as much as possible, do things correctly and safely. So now 185 for 15. Once again, we're working up to our working weight. So this should be harder, but not like all out, you're gonna die. Starts getting tough towards the end, just with the grip. When you do the slower reps, and it takes longer. So now we're gonna move up 245. It's the top set. The goal here is 10 to 15 reps. So just a way of gauging progressive overload. So if I only got 10 reps, that I stay on this weight the next time in as many workouts as it takes until I get to 15. Then once I hit 15, then it's time to up the weight, 5 or 10 pounds. If I can get this weight on, here we go. So this is the top set. Then I'm going to drop about 10% of the weight down to 225 and try to hit the same number, 12 to 15 on that set. Next up one was deadlift bars here. To get the weights on, I haven't deadlifted in about 10 days or so because I've been gone and the gyms I've gone to didn't have much equipment. But if you're watching, following along, let me know what you're doing today. If you're working out, if you did work out, what you did, where you're from, what your goals are for your fitness. Using straps for the heavier sets because it does get hard to grip when you're doing a set for over a minute, that much weight pulling. And I don't want my grip to be the limiting factor here. Some people might think, well, if you're not strong enough to hold it, then you should just stay on that weight till you can, but I'm not training my grip here, I'm training my back. So, Take that as you will. That was a little tough. Make sure the sound's working here. Cool. Because hopefully the stream's fine today. The last one, it kept glitching and connection. It said it was a fine connection, but it kept not working too well. So this time, I think last time I had my kids watching a movie while I was working out, but it was on our Apple TV, so that was streaming from the internet. So maybe that was taking up some of the bandwidth of the stream, so I went ahead and put in a good old DVD for them instead, so that hopefully that won't happen this time. So with how much I'm paying for internet, I don't want to be having lagging issues with my streams. Just remember, even though the weight's heavier, I want to focus on good form. I know I can do 15 reps of this, but the question is, can I do 15 with lowering it controlled? And if I start dropping it, then I know, okay, now it's time to stop. Controlling it, nice reps is the best way to keep yourself from injury, not ego lift. Yeah, that was tough. I'm not sure if I lost count, that was 11 or 12. But if you're watching, I'm gonna update. I have my goal for what I'm gonna hit today in the description for all the lifts. And I'm gonna update that when I'm finished. So if you're watching the replay, all the numbers in the description with timestamps for all the lifts are all in the description below. Whew. So now down to 225 for this set. I'm gonna rest for a few minutes first. Because if you're only resting a minute between sets, like 30 seconds, a minute, something like that, then either you're not going all out, or you're leaving some gains on the table because you need to give yourself time to recover. trying to control it on the way back down, let it down slow, that is tough. And I forgot to wash my sweat rag. It's at the bottom of the dirty clothes, so it's extra dirty. I don't want to get all nasty, or already gonna be nasty, but it's just kind of gross when it smells bad and you're wiping sweat off with it. So, oh well, probably end up doing some topless streams here soon once it gets much hotter, because it's only 80 out right now. In June, it's going to get a lot hotter in the next couple months. Stretch my back out real quick before I do this next one. Make sure everything's straight. It's a little trick I do, just let gravity pull your leg over after you're relaxed. Yeah, just pop right here. All right, so we got 225, shooting for 12 to 15 reps on this. See what we can do. Quality reps. I'm sure I could have pulled some more, but you're also getting a workout when you're letting it down slow, doing slow negatives, so that's what I'm trying to focus on here. Stay healthy. All it takes is one injury in your back and then you're out for weeks. So make sure you're being smart with your lifts. Don't ego lift. Listen to your body. That doesn't mean don't lift hard, it just means do what makes sense. If it hurts, then, like literally hurts, not just, oh, this is burning, it's sore because I'm working out. Like if it's actually hurting, then you need to not do it. It's getting tough. I tried to go even slower on that last rep. And it was tough. Move this in a little closer now. Whew. I do like deadlifts, but it is one exercise that can be a bit scary. Because all it takes is one bad rep with bad form, and then you're out. Just the one thing that I probably, that and squats don't go completely to failure with, because a lot of times your form will start to break down when you're failing, especially if you don't have a spotter. Which, that's why I say also, you know, go into failure or failure of good form. Because if you can't do a good quality rep anymore, well then, you're done. That was tough though. So next up, I'm doing lat pull downs. I guess I need to get one of these 45s off of here. Try to pre-set up some of this stuff this time so I wouldn't be sitting around as much. Setting this stuff up like always seems to happen. Don't know why I didn't think as much ahead before, but hey, that's what it's all about, improving and everything, right? Mental capacity too. So, starting out 90 pounds. Just want to put a couple dumbbells down here, put my feet against. There we go. 15 reps on this first one. We want to focus on time under tension with this, meaning quality reps, not just pulling it down, swinging it down as fast as we can. Want to really pull it down, pause, and let it back up slowly. Slow negatives. Pause, back up. You really want to focus on form with these things. And really engage your lats, not be using your biceps. You're going to be using the biceps some, but let's zoom this out a little bit. But you really want to focus on pulling down. You should be feeling it all right here. It's starting to get tight and burn while you're doing that. So you get there, squeeze, and let it back up. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I did. Anthony Mantello, I think. That was pretty legit. God made me want to try competing. Who knows? Might do that in the future. We'll see. That was pretty sweet. Especially when Greg was telling him, hey, you should compete in both, because he didn't want to. Oops. He didn't think he'd be big enough. And lo and behold, he won overall. So, which goes to show, if you don't do it at all, you'll for sure lose. But even if you think you're going to lose, if you enter, at least you know there's a chance. Was it Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber? So you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, that was pretty sweet. Okay, I'm calling it. It is too hot. Summertime now to start being topless workouts, because this will be my new sweat rack. That's better. So next up, shooting for 12 to 15 reps. And it's really hard on these. Once it starts getting difficult, you want to start swinging, getting bad form, doing faster reps. But remember, weight is just a gauge of how you're progressing. You want to keep good form all the time. So stick with that weight so you can get good reps. Once you get the amount of reps you want, like this is 12 to 15, so once I hit 15, I'm going to move up 5 pounds. So quality over quantity. So, getting into this next set, it's again 12 to 15 here. I'm using 115 pounds now. Quality reps. Pull down, pause, back up. I think I might be my wife. Yeah, I really felt that one. Hit the end there. See that real quick. Yeah, that was my wife. See what she needs. Live workout. Why aren't you watching? Question mark. Anyways. Set up this next way. We're gonna go up 10 more pounds on this last set. I'm gonna be moving on to rows. So this next one, 10 to 15 reps, because it is heavier weight. So like, if I had only been able to get 10 on that last set, the chances are, I wouldn't be able to do, or 12 on the last set, I wouldn't be able to do 12 again. That's why the rep range drops some here, because we're doing a little bit heavier for this last set to failure, but it's this thing is annoying. Doing a little bit heavier, but it is the failure. Or like I said during the deadlifts, failure of good form. Get another minute or so right now. We'll get this last set of pull downs. See, focus on driving back up. Yeah, back is one of the hardest things to start doing, because like with pull-ups and stuff, I used to just pull using a lot. Maybe that's why my arms got kind of big, but it took me a while to really learn to keep, especially if you pinch your shoulder blades together and think of it like you're saying, dragging your elbows back, and especially starting with lighter weight. If you don't feel that connection until you do, then it will help with that. Because it's pretty sweet when I feel my lats getting really tight on those towards the end and sore. So I know I'm working the right muscles. Either of y'all work out today already? What's up, Juan? If anyone else worked out today, let me know what you did and what your goals are. So last set of pull downs. 125 pounds here. Get these weights out of the way. Gonna be doing dumbbell rows, one arm. And if you have one side that's weaker than the other, then I suggest doing the weaker side first. My left side, I wouldn't say it's weaker, but it's definitely smaller than my left side, so I always do the left side first to make sure that I can get at least, however many I get, and I won't go more than that on the other side if it is stronger. So I'm starting with 45. This is it's not necessarily a warm-up set. You should probably be able to do another 3 to 5 reps at the end, but for 15 reps here, I'm gonna be doing 2 more sets again with heavier weight. You work out late morning, evening leg session. Nice, yeah, I'm doing legs tomorrow. Which legs always scare me when I get home after being gone from a week or so, because like I was in a hotel and doing some, they had a bench and some dumbbells up to 40, so I was doing these split squats or lunges or whatever with the weights like that, and I hate doing those, but it was only with 80 pounds, whereas I'm doing lunges with 70s now. So once I get back and do a leg day with squats and everything, my legs hurt for a good 3 or 4 days. As I'm getting older, it definitely takes longer for me to recover. Some people say it's on steroid. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, when you're winning shows, I mean, he is only 19. So you've got puberty on your side and good genetics, all that stuff. I mean, who am I to say who's natural or not? I mean, some people it's obvious, but I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's on steroids, but even if he was, I mean, it still takes a lot of work to get in that shape, especially the dieting part. So same thing here. Think about driving that elbow back and pause and let it down. Feel it. Something I like to do too is instead of going straight arm, I turn it at an angle outward, and it just helps me to really feel the lat even more. Gosh, I'm sweating all over the place. It's gross. I definitely enjoy working out in the winter. Since my gym is outside, switch out these weights. So it's 15 with 45 pounds. Next set is 12 to 15 with doing 60 pounds. And I don't have any 60 pound weights, so I'm doing a 50 with the 10 wrapped around my finger. But that just goes to show, see how much I'm sweating right now? Like dripping all over the place. That I'm not working any harder than I do in my other workouts in the winter where I don't sweat at all. Because it's 30 degrees out, or 0, you know, if you're in Celsius. Sweat is just a factor of temperature. So if you work out and you get really sweaty, don't think like, oh, I got this great workout just because I'm sweating, because I get sweaty just from walking my car in the summertime here. Cool. 5 kilograms in 1 month. That's 11 pounds of muscle. That's impressive. A lot of that's probably water too, because you know muscle's made up of water, a good amount of it. And when, depending on what you're taking, it can hold even more water. So there's no telling, if you did keto for a week, you probably lose 5 pounds of water. I don't know if you saw my peak week video I did, but I did a keto diet for 3 days before doing the carb up, and I lost 5 pounds of water in 3 days just from doing keto. And I was drinking 2 gallons of water a day. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like sweaty workouts that much, because especially on a bench, I'll start sliding around. I'll try to put my towel over it, but my towel's in the dirty, like I said, so oh well. Like here, this is all wet now. It's kind of gross. Put my shirt over it. So, making do with what we have here. I got a 50 with my thumb locked around a 10 pounder to make 60 pounds here. I think that was 14. I started to feel I was using my bicep more to try to get the weight up. So, like I said, failure of good form. I'm not using my lats anymore, focusing on doing it, then what's the point? So now I'm gonna move up to 70 for this last set. Gross. Yeah. I don't think I have any hoodies. I do have I think I have a little, actually, no, I don't think I do have one anymore. I just have some jackets where it's like the little collar that sticks up here. Maybe I should get one of those, especially for the winter. I don't know, I didn't see it. I don't really follow UFC or fighting as far as Logan Paul. I've seen the videos and people saying like, hey, is he natural, that type of stuff, but aside from that, I'm not big into UFC or any of those types of, I know it's not UFC, but fighting in general. Did any of y'all see the Sylvester Stallone thing with him in the weights on the ground and like, and then throwing the weights? Like, it was pretty funny how he's supposedly holding 45-pound metal barbell plates, Olympic plates, and you can see them just kind of flapping in his hands like this. Like, try holding up a 45-pound weight and twisting it around like this. It's silly. Talk about fake weights. Yeah. I saw it on Derek, Plates for Dates, the other. I was coming home yesterday, I was in the airport and watching that. It's embarrassing to watch. Like, I don't really think Sylvester Stallone's that great of an actor. Every time I see him, I think of him in what's that first, Rambo, where he's like, and that's what it made me think of. And I was like, this is just terrible. All right, so 10 to 15 reps on this last set here is the goal. Good form. That was 11. These types of exercises are tough, doing these unilateral things, because then you do one side, then you gotta do the other. You're already tired from the first half. Especially when you're trying to go to failure. If you go to failure on one side, and you're like, shoot, can I even hit that on the other side? But the worst is doing dumbbell lunges. Like, if I had a leg press machine, that's what I would be doing after my squats instead of lunges. But since I have a limited option of equipment here, I gotta use what I can. So that's what I'm using. It's pretty terrible. Because it takes twice as long going back and forth on the lunges. I feel like I'm gonna die. Let's see. Next up is rows. And I use an interesting style. There goes my weights again. An interesting style for this, so I can get in birth. I have to set up my legs to try to lean back and do the exercise instead of, seated rows. But you do what you gotta do to make it work. Spider webs on here. Get those off. There we go. Set this stuff up here. Let's swing the camera around for just a second. So you can see somewhat of a side angle here, so pardon all the movement that's about to happen. Hopefully you don't get dizzy or sick from watching cameras, motion sick or anything. That looks pretty good. Right about there. Cool. Oh yeah. I thought about buying some fake weights. I found some on Amazon, just looking at stuff like the metal 45s, just to make a joke video with it, but then I don't want people to know I have fake weights and then think I'm actually using them all the time. I mean, I can't really lift that much as it is, so I think it would be obvious if you're watching my workout videos, like I'm bench pressing, 190, 200 pounds. So if I all of a sudden have a video where I'm doing like 405 and acting like I'm repping it out, I think it would be obvious to anyone who actually knows me. Oh well. So I gotta put my feet here to hold myself back, so it's like the giving birth position. The same thing with these. Pull it down, try to pause, let it back up. Got 90 pounds for this first set. 15 reps. Seems like I say this every workout, but I'm always like doing a live video right after I get home from a trip. But the first workout after getting home is always pretty tough, because even though I'm only gone for a week, maybe 10 days at the most, it's just when you're not doing the same lifts consistently, then you get back and do it again. One, you get sore, but two, you just feel worn out from doing it. Because most hotel gyms don't have over 50-pound weights, so I can do stuff like do a bunch of push-ups and then get the 50s, do a set of presses or something. But it is it's not quite the same as throwing on 200 pounds on the bench and trying to rep it out. Check what you guys got. Yeah. Hey, rude boy, you said natural testosterone booster. What'd you have? What'd you get? I'd be interested to know. I'm putting out a video maybe next week. It might be 2 weeks because I'm still putting it together, but on how I gained 20 pounds in the last year using Greg's cookbook and training book, because I got it almost a year ago and been working out pretty consistently and following his training program. So that should be interesting. Maybe y'all can tag him. Maybe he'll make a video on it since it's kind of promoting his stuff too. All it takes is one video and it might help the channel blow up. So if you guys want to help out too, like, share, all that good stuff. Leave comments on the videos when they come out. And let me know what kind of stuff you want to see, because I like doing the full day of eating the different fast food restaurants. It's pretty fun. Because I know a lot of people do that kind of stuff. You should eat a bunch of junk. I want to do it and show you how you can still stay within your calories and be full. So it's a good little challenge that I enjoy. Okay, going for 12 to 15 here. We got 2 more sets of this, then we'll be going on the last superset workout exercises. But I was gonna say, I don't know, but sorry, I know that's probably loud, but oh, that was 125. I'm gonna be doing that weight one more time, then one more set with 10 extra pounds. KFC next. Okay, do you know if they have breakfast foods? I haven't eaten at KFC in probably 7 years or something. I was looking at Arby's too because someone said do Arby's, and in the past I've always hated Arby's because all I ever see on their posters are like, or all I ever used to see is, you know, big roast beef sandwiches, and I do not like roast beef. So I was thinking, I don't want to do that. But then a commercial came on the other night for some kind of like Greek wrap thing that looked really good, and I downloaded a bunch of fast food apps because I plan on doing a lot more of these videos, and they have actually a lot of really good menu options, so I'm kind of excited about doing Arby's now. Should be good. Salad box? I've never heard of that. I don't know. I don't think there's any of those where I live. What is salad box? I'm guessing a fast food place. Oh, I got you. You're saying what they have on the menu, like you're saying a restaurant. I do like salads. I mean, chicken is good. I know there's lots of fried chicken. I have to look at their options. I downloaded their app too because I plan on doing it. My hands are getting wet, so I'm grabbing this stuff and my hands are starting to slide. What are we looking on time? 52 minutes? It should be pretty good. Maybe close to an hour 10. Zinger. Nice. Okay. Set 3. Last 2 sets of this. Oh. What I was going to say, I'll say it after this. Has to do with this versus doing regular seated rows. So 125 again. So, what I was going to say is, these compared to regular, seated rows is, since you're laying back, it's a lot easier on your back than when you have a lot of weight. You're trying to sit up straight and not lean forward. So, even though it's kind of awkward sitting there with your legs up like this, it is pretty nice on the back, which I'm trying to avoid more back injuries as much as possible. So, it is a good thing about this. Alright, got 135 on here for the last set. I bump my face again. I'm so ridiculously sweaty. Oh, something I want to point out too, like about abs. I used to think like, my abs aren't perfect all the time. Oh, what's wrong? I'm losing my abs. But even when you have abs, they're just like any muscle, like your arms. They don't look that big when you're just sitting, but you go like that, it looks a lot bigger. Same with the abs. You pull in and flex them, they look a lot more impressive than if you're just chilling or bent over like this. I mean, you know, so they're just another muscle group. Don't be obsessed with if your abs look perfect all the time, because I used to be. A long time ago, I'd eat something and be like, oh no, I feel bloated. My stomach's sticking out. It's like, dude, you just ate food. Get over it. Zinger salad box and rice box. That sounds good. Well, I need to look and see if my wife hurt my back. Let's see. Looks like I'm having pizza for dinner. And you gotta remember, just like with these videos, like I've done a lot of full day of what I'm eating. If anyone watched my last one on what I eat in a day on vacation, I showed, you know, I had like a French toast for breakfast and then a massive salad for lunch. We had chicken and cauliflower rice, a bunch of vegetables for dinner with some other snacks in between. Like I said, I don't eat like this every day. I had salad the night before. We had cake and lasagna the night before. It just worked out for that day. It was the first full day we were there after getting unpacked and settled and going to the grocery store, so I was showing what I ate, but I was also saying I don't eat this every day. When I do have those higher calorie foods, I don't just like fast and then eat nothing so I can eat a ton of it like I used to would have done. Now, I just eat a few less snacks, maybe one less piece of French toast and that type of stuff, and then I can have some pizza later, but I won't be sitting there stuffing my face eating a whole box because I haven't eaten. So, you gotta make good decisions. Don't get into the binge cycle. Because I was starting to do that. I fasted for over, not like a straight fast for a year, but intermittent fasting pretty much every day for a year, or over a year. And I got obsessive. And all I think about is, when do I get to eat? Oh, all right, time to stop eating. When do I get to eat again? Oh, this is what I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat this pizza, I want to have some ice cream and all this stuff. So I started eating more and more junk food just because I was always craving stuff. Instead of now, I eat a bunch of healthy food, mostly healthy, that fills me up and don't really think about it until the next meal. And I think, oh, what do I want to have? And something else healthy that's filling. All right, 10 to 15 here. Last one's tough. 13. Don't fall, don't fall. Definitely don't want this to fall on my head. Oh, there goes some weight. That would be painful. One thing I don't like about this setup is it is a bit of a pain when it comes to switching around all these when you're using heavy weights. But overall, I'd rather have it than not have it. Doing these lat pull downs, tricep press downs, all that kind of stuff, I really like to be able to do. So the benefits outweigh the non-benefits, negatives, I guess. Alright, back this up a little bit here. A little more camera movement for you. Actually, I'm gonna come back over to where we were. Sorry. There's the weight rack, in case you hadn't seen the whole thing. And we're back. Hopefully you're not sick. Get everything set up here. Ready to go. I think what are we doing first here? 70s. On the shrugs. Tilt this up a bit here. There we go. So 45 here for my straight arm pull downs. I really like doing these, especially if you get to where you can really feel your lats and do it correctly. When I first started doing these, I could feel my triceps getting tired, which you still use them some, but when you do it right, you really get the lats engaged. I really like it. All right. I like to use straps when I do these shrugs because you can go heavier, and like I said, I'm not training my grip here. I'm trying to get my, gosh, what are they called? I just forgot now. Traps. And I tend to think like, oh, start bending my arms to get the weight up because it's getting heavy. Because just standing there holding 70, 80, 90 pounds in each hand for a minute, it's pretty tough. All right, so we're doing shrugs here, 15 to 20 reps. I got 70 pounds and then straight into the pullovers, or not pullovers, that's what I used to do, the straight arm pull downs. Hopefully I got a high enough angle here for when I step back, but if not, you can have a nice look of my chest until I get done. Oh man, that is probably one of my least favorite exercises. Just because it's just uncomfortable for me to sit there and be like, ugh. It just feels weird, and I always make weird faces at the top of each rep. Brighten this up a little bit, it's getting dark in here. On to the lat pull downs. So you want to keep your arms straight and maybe a little bend. Get back and pull the weight into your waist like this. And really engage your lats, squeeze at the bottom. Oh, one of the nice things, not necessarily nice in itself, but the last gym I was at, the hotel, like I said, they had some weights up to 40 pounds or 45 pounds, and then some bars and stuff with like the straps with the handles so you could do push-ups, suspended, that type of stuff. But so I was like, well, all I can really do for my lats that's challenging is pull-ups. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that about a year ago I injured myself on my left bicep. Not the bicep, but right here where it connects the tendon, and I haven't been able to do pull-ups for a while. 6 months ago, I just started doing curls again with 5 pounds. And that hurt. It got to where it hurt to hold a can of soda. And I finally got up and started doing some pull-ups and was able to do it without any pain. So that was nice, because I haven't been able to do this for a while. I felt it a little bit towards the end. I got 4 sets of 10. I was just trying to go somewhat easy, just really focused on controlling it, and once it started hurting a little bit, then I stopped. So I felt it in my lats though the next day, so definitely got a workout in with it. So at least I know I can resort back to pull-ups again if I don't have equipment. Because pull-ups are a great exercise for the old lats. So if you don't have, it's not water. Oh, there it is. If you don't have a equipment or something like that, doing pull-ups, or if they're too hard for you to do initially, you can get a band tied around the top and put your foot in it so it helps you on the way up. It's a good way to start. Phone's low battery. Let's see if she wrote me anything else. Nope. Good to go. Almost done here. 2 more sets. This one will be done. So now I got 90s. I got to where I can do 80s for 15, so I moved up to 90s. And the goal here is 12 to 15 reps. So if I only get 12, I may just do 80s again for the next set. The one nice thing about swimming though is when I do these, my armpits are nice and lubricated, because sometimes these can hurt if you're dry, like in the winter time. Just kind of skin chafing. Maybe that's TMI, but hey, I'm all about keeping it real. One of the worst parts of this too is just picking up these dumbbells, because you don't want to punch over, still just like anything else, straight back, tighten everything up. Oh yeah, that's heavy. Oh gosh, that was bad. The last couple reps. I was like, ooh. So I'm gonna do 80s for the last set. I want better control. But you do gotta push yourself. You do gotta, that's terrible English. You do have to push yourself. Alright, same thing here. 12 to 15 reps. Got 70 pounds on this set. Wow, 10. So my last workout I did this, I got 12. Only got 10 that time, so I gotta take some weight off. Kinda stinks. I was hoping to get like 13. Always trying to push harder than last time, progressive overload, but it doesn't work every time. Can't always improve every workout, especially if you haven't done your workout a week and a half. So you just gotta push as hard as you can. So I'm moving it down to 60 pounds for the last set. This is our last set here. Superset. Switch these out for the 80s. And finish up. It's gonna be loud. One thing I don't like about dumbbell movements is getting heavy dumbbells out and putting them away. Especially when you're tired, it can be easy to start having bad form and just throwing them around, and you can hurt yourself just from unracking and re-racking the weights. But excuse me, gotta catch my breath. I don't like doing barbell shrugs because where the bar sits, where my crotch is, it's like hitting my junk and uncomfortable. So I do dumbbell, except I do like, if there's a Smith machine, I like doing shrugs on those because you have the sliding action and it kind of stays in place and you can rack it quick if you need to. One of the few things I do like a Smith machine for. All right, last set here, 10 to 15. Drop it down to 80 pounds. And this is it. Wife just went for a ultrasound, no, not ultrasound, just went for a checkup today for the baby. Baby girl, decided we're naming her Taylor. And everything checked out, she's still good to go, baking like normal. We've got another 3, let's see, June, July, August, September, well, July, August, no, 4 months to go. And we'll have 5 kids here on the outside. Here we go. Take these things off. We did on time, 1:15. Yeah, oh well, we did a lot of talking in this video. It's all good, it makes it more fun for me to get to interact with y'all. So thank you to those who came and watched today. Got 60 pounds this time. Shoot for 12 to 15 again. was good with me. Once again, thanks everyone for watching, for joining in. Next week, doing leg workout. Do I have loose skin on my inner thigh? I don't think so. Not that I know of. Let me see. This all the way out. I mean, just like any, I don't know, I don't think that's loose skin. Just like anything else, if you, just some muscle shaking around. I don't think so. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate all you guys interacting today. It was a good time. Leg workout next week. And it's gonna be my last hypertrophy workout I'm doing here for a few months because I'm gonna switch to a strength training program. Because I've been doing the same program here for almost like 10, 11 months now. So I wanna switch it up a little bit, do a little bit lower rep range, higher weights for a few months, just to change it up, keep things interesting. Try to get my strength up before coming back to this and see if I can lift an extra 15, 20 pounds and everything. So I'll see y'all later. Stay fit.